Well, hello. Watch me like crush these pillows to death. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down and do a little bit of makeup and talk a little bit about myself and how I've been feeling, and that's like pretty much the only thing I know in this entire universe, and I figure I shouldn't be on here just talking about things I know nothing about, so I'm just gonna talk about myself and how I've been feeling. Hope you don't mind. Hope you're ready to enjoy the little journey with me. Yeah. So you guys know I live on my own now. So obviously moved out of my boyfriend's place. That's all fine and good. I didn't know necessarily if we were broken up, if we were gonna work out, or what was going on. I just knew like I needed to give us both some distance and some space. It was not working with us living together. It just wasn't. And so I figured, you know, give us both a chance to figure out who we were again, like not this person that we were both becoming that felt inescapable. That's not even at all. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's literally just for fun, and I'm not going anywhere. It's Sunday afternoon, and I have nowhere to go, so it's just practice and like for fun. So if it turns out horrible, I can just wipe it off, and no one will even know except for anyone who watched this video that I'm recording. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I just knew I had to not live with him anymore. Like, it just was not working. We could not get our shit together. Like, we just could not figure out how to stop fighting. And it felt beyond our control. Like, it felt crazy. It was insane. It was dark. But you know what? A lot of people have been there, and sometimes it takes that to really open your eyes to your own patterns of behavior and, you know, grow as a human, move on, learn from your mistakes so you don't continue to make them, because I've been making them for quite a few years. And I don't mean to say that in any type of way to anybody. I was the mistake, not the other way around. I was with, you know, a handful of people and probably left them feeling a lot worse than when I met them, and that sucks. And I was not aware. I've been dealing with a lot without knowing it, so lately being able to step back out of my own thoughts a little bit and recognize them as thoughts instead of like the reality, the world is ending. And I've been leaning on things like after school and what are they called? School of Life. I love the School of Life on YouTube. Just the best, like, pragmatic, reasonable advice, and it makes sense. And, you know, talking about being yourself and what it means to be a partner and what it means to communicate effectively, and learning about that kind of stuff and, you know, wanting to change that kind of stuff kind of led me to my own liberation, right? Like, I was learning that kind of stuff and reaching out to channels like that while I was in my relationship because I needed something, right? Like, I needed something to feel good about, to feel whatever. This looks very bad, but we're just gonna continue on. That's only the contour. We still have to do highlight, like concealer and foundation. It'll be fine. So yeah, it's been really freaking liberating, let me tell you, being able again, because I do think I was there at some point in my life, but I was very young and obviously like not facing life challenges the way that you do as an adult when you're making your own choices and you're liable to face the consequences, whatever they may be. Good, bad, doesn't matter, you're the one who caused it, right? That's different when you're a kid. Obviously, I don't need to explain that, but so recognizing my patterns of behavior as just patterns, recognizing myself again, recognizing my own agency, and ability to change, like recognizing my nature as a malleable, adaptable person, and realizing I can let go. I don't need to be stuck against the same wall. I really don't. And so it, in a way, and I think a lot of us probably feel this way, like the hardest times are what lead you out of it. Like the reason you start looking for resources like that is because you're going through horrible times, and it kind of takes that for you to recognize your self-destructive patterns or things that you need to improve upon within yourself in order to be, you know, the best version of you, in order to be the best version of you that you can bring to a relationship or just your life. Like learning to be a grounded human is great. It's awesome. And a lot of people don't get there just by choice, right? Or just by virtue, should I say. Inborn virtue. A lot of us have to reach a certain point to recognize that it's important to develop these skills, right? And so I've been really enjoying my time alone, and thank God, because I've never really given myself time alone. What a concept. When you're scared and insecure, you keep people around that maybe you shouldn't. And so, yeah. I'm feeling good. Feeling like I'm ready to actually finally leave this city, which is something I've talked about forever. I don't feel like I fit in here. It's just not for me. I just don't like the culture here. I don't like Southern Alberta, you know. It's not my favorite. So I would like to relocate, and hopefully that will be happening this year, because I want to actively pursue the life that I want for myself, you know? Like I want to stop waiting for something to change, or, you know, life is happening now. Here we are, like wakey wakey. So yeah, I want to like go out and do stuff and be myself, my clumsy self. And I want to travel, and I want to go live somewhere else, experience something else. So like I say, hopefully that's happening this year. I'm really gonna push and challenge myself to make it happen, and I don't really care too much how I make it happen. Like I'm not a super career driven person. I think this is something I recognize about myself. I am happy with very little, and I value the camaraderie and, you know, that you get with your coworkers, having kikis, whatever, friendship. Why am I making that sound so weird? I appreciate the value of hard work, right? So I'm not scared of doing hard work, and I want to push myself to get a little uncomfortable, get outside my comfort bubble of living in this city and not really having to work with people or speak to many people on a daily basis. It's been very isolating, and I want to challenge myself to not let that continue to become my personality. But yeah, I just am feeling pretty good on my own, and so it's interesting learning more about, I guess, spirituality, meditation, slow living. I want to embrace it fully. I am so here for it. I feel like an entire universe just opened up in front of me that I didn't know was waiting for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if that sounds stupid, but I do feel like, you know, I got these dried foundation dots on my neck. That's cute. A lot of people have gone through these kind of things. And can relate and kind of are waiting there. in a way, like this community of people, at least online, who make art that really reflects this message, like we're all related, we are, do whatever you want, nothing matters, you're here to enjoy life, not serve other people's expectations of you, that type of thing. Spirituality, you know, all that stuff. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to continue being myself. That's what I want to chase, is creating the life that I want for myself with travel, living elsewhere, making friends, choosing a career path that will really sustain me for the rest of my life. If I choose to do that, go back to school for something specific, or get a good job that I really, really love, or create a job for myself that I really, really love. Like, I've thought about working on like flower farms or honey farms even, and I think that'd be really cool, just being outside and like challenging myself to do work that is not my typical. I think that'd be really cool. So anyway, I just want to say I'm feeling really good, and I hope if anyone out there is going through like a breakup at a similar time or anything like that, any hard times, you remember that you just need to be yourself. The tension that you're feeling is probably a created problem more than a real problem. And not having the right support will have you becoming the worst version of yourself and not even recognizing what the hell's happening in your life. I don't know what to say. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm innocent at all, because I'm not. I've been very much unaware and blissfully unaware. So, you know, it's beyond time I learned my lesson kind of deal. I'm not trying to make it sound any type of way that I'm better than anybody else that I've been in a relationship with, or that I anything, right? Like, nothing. These relationships were me, and it took getting pretty bad for me to recognize how destructive my behavior can be, which is not fun to admit to anybody, including myself. But here we are, and it needs to be admitted. We need to talk about our problems. So anyway, how have you guys been doing? My eyebrow has gone through severe trauma lately. I trimmed it with like a tiny pair of scissors and it looked awful. I cut off like half of it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But I did. So that's fine. But yeah, anyway, let me know, you guys. I kind of want to do like some sit down talky content, not just like vloggy. I'm literally an idiot. Okay, if anybody was surprised by that, I don't know how, but here we are. I feel like I do want to mix it up a little bit and get a little bit more comfortable and talk about what's actually on my mind, instead of like trying to present something that is not as authentic as it could be, you know? I do want to get on camera more and talk a little bit more, just so I have these things to look back on, but I think they're on a lot of people's minds as well, and we can kind of talk about them together, get a little familiar, get a little vulnerable, and I feel like I could be doing really cool stuff, like travel vlogging and that kind of stuff too, but that will come with me moving along in my life, moving along when I relocate cities type of deal, that whatever. but I do think it's about damn time for me to try this and try and take it like pretty seriously and see what I can do. Like uploading 1 or 2 videos a week, whatever they may be, cook and eat with me's or whatever the hell, right? If you have any ideas for me, you go ahead and let me know. Anything specifically that comes to mind. But yeah, I just kind of want to have fun and enjoy life, because that's the point, is just to be here. And yet people get so busy and distracted trying to do or be anything else, and I don't want to. I don't want to think. I don't want to hear my inner dialogue. I just want to be embodied in what I'm doing and do, instead of thinking and thinking and thinking, because it's really not helping me and it's not getting me anywhere. And it's obsessive thoughts that you feel like you can escape to, but they're not escape, because they're just stopping you from enjoying your life. They're stopping you from enjoying the moment, being in the moment. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to be realistic. I don't want to be constantly at battles in my brain about reality, because I have to make up this crazy story to justify the way that I'm acting, yada yada yada. It's so exhausting. I just want to be in reality, communicate well, and move on, right? I want to enjoy life and not take it so seriously. Life has felt very serious for me since birth until about now. I say that kind of as a joke, but I'm not entirely kidding. I felt very on my own my entire life, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that. Don't really need to talk about that too much, even though I just said we're gonna be authentic and like vulnerable and relate to each other. That's a story for another day. But yeah, felt very alone, and so found it easier to get male attention, I think, than female, so relied on who I was seeing to be my whole life. Like, I want your friends to be my friends, and that's not a bad thing. Being friends with somebody's friends is not a bad thing, but I was not also maintaining my own social circle, my own social life, you know. I was not finding my own community and building my own family. I wasn't doing that, and so I kind of gave that away, thinking when I'm with the proper partner, I'm just gonna be like, pop into their life. I'm really easy to get along with people's friends. I find it really important when I'm given the opportunity to meet people's friends that I try my best to make a good impression and, you know, take those relationships seriously. I would never want to be the partner who's like nasty to someone's friends or nasty to my partner in front of friends. I feel like that's just ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't have to waste a lot of my brain power on a lot of things anymore. I don't have to think a lot. I can just do what I do what I want to do, and life has slowed down a lot. The pace at which my brain is running has slowed down a lot, and let me tell you, it feels really fantastic. I can't lie. To exhale properly and mean it, to be able to slow down my own breath again. Like, for a year, I didn't believe that I had the ability to slow down my heart rate because I couldn't control my breathing, because I couldn't control my emotions. Oh, what a crazy time. What a crazy time to be this eyebrow. There we go. It's looking a little better. Maybe. I don't know. We're not going to think too much about that. It's just an eyebrow. So anyway, I've been tattoo planning. I messaged an artist today about a possible design. So I'm eager to see what he gets back to me with. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about being myself, and I think for me that does include tattoos, and I'm not super settled on a career path right now, so I've always had this commentary in the back of my mind and at the forefront of my mind when my father's actually with me in person, to blend in, right? Like not make myself stand out for the wrong reasons in his mind and in my inner dialogue being that tattoos look trashy or, you know, whatever. But I think I love tattoos. I've always loved them. I want to get more. That is part of me. So learning to embrace and accept myself and kind of find a path that I actually will be happy on. You know, if that's a part of performing in the Matrix to get my bills paid, or if that's a matter of creating my own job for myself, doing something like self-starting, whatever. We will see, you know? I don't know what the future holds, but for now I'm just kind of excited to not have to feel so serious, like I said, like just not so intense. Like I can just enjoy life. It's fine for me to spend an afternoon doing not much. It's not the end of the world. Everything is gonna be okay. I don't need to be constantly bombarded with 10,000 ideas and 10,000 ways to spend time, but it's on somebody else's schedule. What did I get right in the middle? Is that some brow gel or some dry skin? I don't know what's going on. Real cute, real cute. So yeah, I don't really mind if that's not gonna make me super duper wealthy. I am very frugal and I'm very good at saving money. I think I make a decent income. It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but I do save a lot of my money, so I'm pretty, you know, comfortable, and I don't need to be extraordinarily frugal, although I do continue to be. But like, I'm pretty much good, you know? I can live and adapt to a lot of different places. I'm a very quick learner. I can learn a lot, and I feel like I have a lot of skills. I'm friendly, and if I end up working in a brewery for 3 years, like, is that the end of the world if I'm not pursuing this amazing, astounding career? That's not what I want. So it's, you know, a little bit of a process, really thinking about my own priorities and what matters to me, who I want to be, my strengths, my weaknesses, you know, my areas that I need to grow in, all this kind of stuff that I haven't been able to have self-reflection at all in the relationship, and I'm really enjoying it now that I have a lot more free time. And yeah, it feels really good. I cannot lie. I am shocked at how burnt out I let myself become without addressing it. But I do believe that it will remind me to be better about creating reasonable boundaries in my life going forward. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Lots of thoughts. I also have lots of thoughts about the 90 Day Fiance verse, and I actually think I might be doing a second channel for reality TV reviews and kind of like memes, because I think that'd be just fun and enjoyable, and put myself out there a little bit virtually instead of in real life, and you know, kind of see where it goes, if I want to continue this hobby or not, because I think I do. I think it's pretty fun, and I think it's doable. Just takes a lot of time and trying, right? Like effort. But I think the effort is worth it. And my videos have not been turning out exactly the way I want them to, so I've been getting a little frustrated, but it's because my life doesn't look the way I want it to right now. It doesn't feel the way I want it to, and it's not the way I want it to be. So again, in the coming months, I expect to feel a little bit better about my position with it all, feel a little bit more settled, and like I can be authentically myself a little bit better, which will reflect in my vlog content, because I will be out hiking and doing things and living my life instead of hiding from life in a basement with no light and no air and short ceilings. I should probably wipe off like my little smudgies, but I don't care about those too much right now. And my neck also looks ridiculous, but again, I don't care too much about that right now. I'm going to use a very old, that is dangerous, very expired Revlon balm stick. These are old school. I was influenced to buy this from Leanne Says probably seriously like 7 or 8 years ago, and I've never gone through this. They don't make this anymore, but I still use it just the tiniest bit. And it just looks good. And I can put lip balm on top to keep my mouth. No, I did not just say that. To keep my lips looking moisturized was what I was trying to say. But mouth, ugh. Add that to the list of things I don't want to be saying on camera. Thanks. So yeah, I feel like that is the makeup. I'm not really trying to do a whole lot. This is a lot. I don't like that color that I bought just on my skin. I do like the warmth, but I feel like it looks like my sideburns, so I'm gonna need to get a contour color that's a little bit more gray, I think. Yeah, but hey, I'm weirded out because my nose looks different. My nose looks different because I did a nose contour, and now it looks strange, and I'm like looking at my nose weird because it doesn't look the same as it always does. What a trip. So anyway, I hope you guys are down to be kind of stupid and just a little bit fun and hang out and enjoy and kind of talk about things. Maybe sometimes vlog, maybe sometimes hang out, maybe sometimes just, I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be like testing weird stuff, because I feel like that could be fun, or like testing different workouts could be fun. on that note, if you guys watch Montana Dana, which a lot of you guys probably don't, but I've watched her for years, I find her very charming and like just funny. Followed her for a long time, way back in the vegan days. She's no longer vegan. Now she does like travel content. She's like a van lifer. At this point, now she is. So anyway, where I was going with that, she has these challenges that she puts out. They're like 12-week workout challenges, but she's starting tomorrow, Monday, February 27th, I believe. She's starting, it'll be like a new challenge. So every day you pick 4 to 6 daily goals of what you want to be accomplishing and just try it out. So I'm gonna do, I think, like a 20-minute workout every single day. I'm gonna commit to that because I've been wanting to. I just haven't made myself do it. So I'm gonna do that. I am going to brush my teeth 3 times a day. Yes, 3 times a day for the next month. See how that goes. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not. I don't know what I'm gonna do, you guys. I have a day to figure it out, okay? So if you're interested at all in like trying a challenge of some kind, I know I need to like kickstart my motivation a little bit and get a little bit more on top of myself for dishes, for laundry, like that kind of stuff. So I think maybe I'll do like a clean sink challenge, which is making sure that you go to bed every night with a clean kitchen sink. You're not leaving dirty dishes behind for yourself. So maybe I'll do that with a 20-minute workout video, drink 2 liters of water. That is like a stretch for me lately. I have been drinking no water, and that is a problem. I want to do that, and maybe I don't know, that feels pretty good. So I'll stick with those 3. If you guys want to be doing this stuff along with me, be prepared to watch maybe like some workout segments for me and enjoy that ridiculousness. Especially if I'm gonna do like dance workouts and stuff, you really will be enjoying that ridiculousness. Yeah, maybe some getting ready with me, like more in depth, maybe more talking and just kind of like hanging out. So I think that's where we'll leave it for this one. I appreciate you listening to my literal ramblings, incoherent ramblings about nothing really. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope that you hit the like and subscribe button on your way out if you want to keep on seeing me, listening to me talk about random nonsense, or just be out and about during my days. I have some of the cringiest vlogs on the internet. You're welcome. So if you want to stick around, please do. And that's it for me. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Is that a crotch shot? Sure is.